Yeah, they locked me up in prison because I said Nojiko was best girl.
You sick freak!
Okay, wise guy, what are you in for?
I just don't like Perona. She's not best girl. She's not even close. Kind of mid if you ask me.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my review for each arc in One Piece. The Summit War saga has been heating up and my therapist is overworked. Now that Amazon Lily is over, we're inching closer and closer to the absolute peak of the series. Before we do though, we need to make a pit stop to Impel Down.
I really enjoyed Impel Down. It did a great job of recycling old characters way back from Alabasta. We all knock on Oda for his inability to kill off characters, but the trade-off is seeing those same characters in a new light.
Now let's see how Impel Down once again shows us Oda's ability to make amazing world building with his lovable characters.
So make sure to take your laxatives, don't piss off the warden, and make sure you feed your pets as we break into Impel Down, the underwater prison.
Dude, that's my thing. Impel Down is 27 episodes and 25 chapters. Thanks to Boa Hancock's undying love for an underaged monkey, they managed to sneak into Impel Down, a government stronghold where the most dangerous prisoners reside. From jaywalking to smoking weed, the sinful criminals of society are rightfully punished by justice.
Man, I love my job. Just another day of the office, brother. Yes. Yeah.
Boa arrives at the front gates, but is told before she can enter, she must take a mandatory body check.
Luffy, they're doing a body check. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, Bo, we can easily figure something out. It'll be fine. We totally got this, man. Oh, what the heck?
Hey, yo, man, let me get up there. It's really cramped down here.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah.
Inside the prison, we're introduced to the Vice Admiral Hannibal, a man who feels he's way underqualified and should be the warden of the prison. In order to prevent a prison break, she's forced to strip. To avoid giving the horny weeb some Rule 34 content, she turns the guards and camera to stone. Sorry, freaks, the titties ain't free. Boa tells Luffy that he needs to go all the way down to level 6 if he wants to save Ace. While Boa is chained up, Luffy finds himself all alone in the 6 levels of hell.
Impel Down is divided into 6 parts. The further you go down, the more dangerous the prisoners and their punishments. Level 1 is the Crimson Hell. Low-level prisoners are forced to walk through literal blades of grass as far as the eye can see. Along with a bunch of dangerous traps, it's a place that's impossible for any human to escape.
Except for our Lord and Savior, Captain Buggy, as thanks to the Chop Chop fruit, he managed to sneak out of his cell and is on a mission to return to his crew. Unfortunately, our clown is spotted, and the Blue Gory are sent to take care of the mess. But let's be real, guys, it's Buggy. There's no way a couple of overgrown gorillas can do anything to him. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. And so an unlikely duo is formed. The future king of the pirates and his associate Monkey D. Luffy work together. At first, Buggy isn't sold on the idea of going further into the prison as he just wants to leave. But Luffy bribes him with some treasure. To show his gratitude, Buggy shows Luffy the way to level 2.
What the hell is going on in here?
Damn it, we only get 30 minutes!
Thanks to Buggy's Chop Chop fruit, he can fly through the Crimson Hell all the way to level 2, the Wild Beast Hell. Meanwhile, on level 6 of the prison, we're introduced to some of the most heinous prisoners of the One Piece world. Among them is Portgas D. Ace, who's scheduled to be executed at Marine HQ. But he's not alone as he's got his roommate to keep him company. Introducing the first son of the sea and ex-warlord, Jinbei.
Strike me! Uber Eats for Jinbei?
We enter level 2, known as the Wild Beast Hell of Impel Down. Prisoners worth more than 15 million are forced to be chased and fed to the dangerous monsters of the prison.
Luffy and Buggy are immediately bombarded with the grotesque creatures of level 2. A hippo who answers the age-old question of what that mouth do, a praying mantis who clearly lied on his resume, and a literal basilisk from European mythology. What the fuck? Surprisingly, the basilisk was actually super weak. Buggy finds some keys and frees the prisoners of level 2 to start some chaos. Among the crowd is a familiar face all the way back from Little Garden. Introducing Galdino, aka Mr. 3.
Okay. Who cares?
And so the Neo Straw Hats are formed. With the help of Mr. 3, they easily defeat the many creatures of level 2. But before they can get into level 3, they have to get past the most dangerous creature, the Sphinx, a gluttonous beast who can only talk in noodles. The Sphinx may be dangerous, but thanks to Mr. 3's quick wit, they use the beast's strength to break a hole into level 3, the Starvation Hell.
Welcome to the Desert Prison. Impel Down's level 3 hosts criminals with bounties above 50 million as they are forced to endure the dry climates with little food, turning these hardened criminals into pathetic shells of their former selves.
The Neo Straw Hats walk around the desert hoping to find someone who can help. However, it doesn't take long for the guards to intercept their tactics. Leading the assault is Soldeath, the Chibi Demon, which, fun fact, after the time skip, he grows to 7'1". Ladies. Thankfully, Luffy's luck hasn't run out yet. The hungry, horny Sphinx from earlier wakes up, breaking the cage and causing a distraction for the gang to escape. Separated from the Rubber Boy Wonder, Buggy and Mr. 3 try to think of a game plan to escape from the prison. However, they keep hearing strange noises, almost as if someone is happily dancing. When they go to check it out, we reunite with a fan favorite of the One Piece series, the MVP of friendship and Mr. 3's old co-worker, Bentham, aka Mr. 2. Back on Luffy's end, he finds himself being the Sphinx's next dinner. Fear not, Luffy, for you are not alone. Here to save the day is a man known for getting lost. It's Zoro! Oh shit, Zoro's here? Well, actually, knowing him, that does make sense, but I mean, like, at least now Luffy has somebody on his side that he actually knows. Although, I don't remember seeing Zoro this upbeat and, like, him dancing just like Banco. Wait a minute!
That is not Zoro, but he does sound familiar.
Been a while, Straw Boy!
I love you, Bon Clay, but I'd rather have Zoro. And now, with a true ally on his side, Luffy and Bon Clay work together to reach level 4 of the prison as Mr. 2 is looking for the legendary Beauty Queen. As Luffy and Bon Clay run through the Starvation Hell, they encounter Minotaurus, one of the 4 jailer beasts, a zone user whose powers awakened and caused him to become a wild animal. Luffy and Bon Clay struggle, but with some teamwork, they beat the beast and head straight for level 4.
Up next is the Blazing Hell. Remember the blood pond from Dragon Ball? It's basically that, but boiling, with heat levels strong enough to burn flesh as prisoners are thrown into the boiling pot while the rest throw logs to keep the flames going. Level 4 is also where Warden Magellan stays.
Speaking of, Hannibal brings Hancock to see the Warden before going to level 5. A man who only works 4 hours a day and shits the remaining 20 thanks to his devil fruit. Introducing the head of Impel Down, Warden Magellan, the poo-poo pee-pee demon. They arrive at level 6 to see Ace, and when Boa Hancock arrives, all the male prisoners act like One Piece fans whenever Oda introduces a new female character.
So she's the Snake Princess of Kuja. Hey, move a little closer.
Turn around, Hancock!
Yeah, that is some choice meat. Oh man, I want to lick her everywhere.
David, what the fuck? That was not in the script.
What is it? What do you want from me?
Men ain't shit. Whitebeard ain't shit. You definitely ain't shit. Bet you could even beat Akainu with your sissy little flames.
White Knight Magellan decides enough is enough. He will protect his queen no matter what, as he unleashes the very power that causes him terrible diarrhea, the Venom fruit. A paramecia fruit so strong, it's often mistaken for a Logia type. Magellan kills a few of the prisoners as a reminder of the authority he wields. After Boa Hancock is done traumatizing Ace, Magellan prepares to stop Buggy, those meddling kids, and that dumb dog on level 4. Back to Luffy's never-ending shitstorm as Minotaurus is still alive, but at least Buggy and Mr. 3 were kind enough to tag along. The Neo Straw Hats work together to defeat Minotaurus and continue on their quest. And this is where it ends. Magellan is done playing games. He plans to make Impel down the grave of Straw Hat Luffy. Bon Clay begs and pleads with Luffy to run away from this impossible obstacle. However, our rubber boy wonder has faced many seemingly impossible obstacles. Magellan is powerful, but Luffy will be victorious.
Ooh! You owe me $20.
Luffy makes it to level 5, but not the way he intended.
Level 5 is the Freezing Hell, a complete opposite to level 4, as prisoners with bounties over 100 million are trapped in their cells and forced to freeze to death with food that's borderline inedible, and wolves scattered all over the place. To make matters worse, it's said that prisoners may have known to mysteriously vanish.
Come on, this is messed up. Do we really have to sit here and just watch this kid die?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a great time.
It seems Luffy won't be alone for long, however, as unfortunately the Great Buggy and his lackey, Mr. 3, have been caught by Hannibal, and they will be taken to level 5. Psych, it was Bon Clay, baby! Bon Clay is angry with himself for turning back on Straw Boy, and wants to make it right by going to level 5 in order to save him. If Bon Clay does not become a Straw Hat by the end of this arc, I will be mad. Disguised as Hannibal, they manage to make it down to level 5, and things immediately go wrong as they're ambushed by wolves. In any normal circumstance, Bon Clay could take out these wolves no problem, but because of the hellish blizzard, he's unable to fight. Even though Luffy is seconds away from death, he still tries his best to muster up the strength to save Ace. Before this becomes the final episode of the series, our majestic swan Bon Clay comes to the rescue. All alone in the freezing hell, Bon Clay carries his comrade, asking around for the miracle worker who can save Luffy, but to no avail. To make matters worse, Bentham is once again surrounded by an army of wolves. Bon Clay becomes overwhelmed by the white beasts. Before they can kill our comrade, Luffy musters up the strength to call upon the weird power he used back on Amazon Lily to take down the wolves. Both of them begin to accept their fate in the freezing cold, but are saved by a strange individual who's just casually enjoying a stroll and some wine. Bon Clay wakes up and finds himself in a cave. Bandaged up and alone, he walks through the hallway to figure out what happened. He opens the door and finds the closest thing to paradise. This is the prisoner-made level 5.5 New Kama Land, a place for Okama to live freely inside the prison. Most of these prisoners are the people who mysteriously went missing, and the one behind it all is the person Bon Clay has been searching for. Introducing the miracle worker and queen of New Kama Land, Emporio Ivankov, a founder for the Revolutionary Army. Bon Clay is more shocked than excited to see the queen in such a place. He becomes even more frightened by the power he wields when a man brimming with toxic masculinity comes to ruin the party. Eva ate the hormone fruit, allowing him to inject people with special hormones that alters the user's body however they see fit. Bon Clay asks Eva if he can help Straw Hat from the brink of death, but Ivankov says they've already started the treatment. Ivankov used a high-risk healing serum. It takes about 10 years off Luffy's life, giving him a 2 to 3% survival rate. So now it's all up to Luffy's will if he wants to survive. With the power of friendship, Bon Clay cheers for Luffy's recovery. After several grueling hours, the bonds of brotherhood manage to give Luffy the strength he needs to survive.
Keep it coming! This way! It doesn't matter if it's cooked or not, just pile it on!
Okay, grab the cheese balls. Why was the cake in the oven? I don't know. Okay. How many plates do you need? Like 8 or 9? Okay, I'm just grab one. Okay, for this one. Okay, we're good.
After stuffing his belly, Luffy is ready for round 2. Ivankov injects Luffy with some steroids and is ready for round 3. With help from the Okamas, Luffy bulldozes his way straight to level 6 to grab Ace.
We enter the Eternal Hell, Only the strongest of prisoners, whose mere existence is a threat to the world government, reside here. From jaywalking to smoking weed, these grotesque crimes are punishable by death.
Luffy and his team finally reach level 6, but naturally they get blue-balled as the literal blue ball tells them that Ace was taken to be executed. To make matters worse, the prison has trapped them with poisonous gas. Thanks to Inazuma's Snip Snip fruit, he's able to stop the gas from spreading, but they still can't escape. Just then, an old pal laughs in the distance. Luffy looks around to see the man who gave Luffy defeat, the former warlord of the sea and leader of Baroque Works, Crocodile. Of course, Luffy doesn't want anything to do with Crocodile after what happened in Alabasta. However, Ivankov understands they need powerful allies, regardless of their morals. He promises Luffy that he'll keep Croco Boy in check as they apparently have some history together. They also grab the former warlord Jinbei. With this all-star team, they rush out the prison to save Ace before he's executed. Making it to level 4, Crocodile makes a small pit stop to grab his good pal, Mr. 1. Luffy's team isn't the only one making a big scene, as Buggy and Mr. 3 manage to go all the way back to level 2. They free all the prisoners who've now swear their allegiance to the mighty Buggy and cause a ruckus. It gets even worse as Blackbeard has just arrived at Impel Down as well and is taking out prison guards. Magellan and Hannibal are gonna need a long vacation after this. Thankfully, the only competent character, Magellan, stops the prison riot on level 2 and locks Buggy inside.
You doing okay there?
Nope, gotta piss, that's all.
Realizing they're running thin on power, Magellan has no other choice than to release Shiryu of the Rain from level 6. Shiryu used to be the head jailer of Impel Down, but because of his violent tendencies, he was forced to become the very prisoner he detested. Magellan has given Shiryu the chance at redemption as long as he kills Blackbeard. And this is the exact moment where Magellan fucked up. Back on level 4, Luffy's team continue their charge up the prison. After taking out the other 3 demon guards, they're ready for level 3. But waiting right outside the gate is the main man himself, Hannibal. For most of this arc, Hannibal was just the goofball character who always complained about not being the warden. But realizing the severity of the situation, Hannibal locks in and is ready to take on Luffy. No surprises there. Blackbeard drops by to say hey to his old buddy back in Jaya. Teach mocks Luffy for the upcoming death of Ace. Luffy doesn't hesitate to lay the smackdown on Blackbeard. Jinbei interrupts the final battle of the series to remind Luffy they need to save Ace. From one battle to another, Blackbeard runs into Magellan. Once again, Magellan comes in clutch by taking out the main antagonist of the series with relative ease as he goes on to face Luffy. Can I just say that Magellan is truly the definition of an underrated character in One Piece? Like, this dude easily defeated powerful main characters like Luffy and Blackbeard. When this dude ain't shitting, he's catching bodies left and right. The Neo Straw Hats make it up to level 3, but Magellan is right on their tail. To stall for as much as they can, Ivankov holds him off. I feel like Magellan should be promoted to Admiral at this rate. Thanks to Ivankov's sacrifice, everyone makes it up to level 1, and Luffy reunites with Buggy and Mr. 3. Can't forget about their good pal Magellan. Oh shit. Not wanting to get his cheeks clapped twice in one arc, Luffy and the team run away. But Magellan isn't taking any prisoners, as he sicks his Venom Hydra on the Sinners. Weirdly enough, the only person who can fend off Magellan is Mr. 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the power scalers are losing their fucking minds right now. Luffy and Mr. 3 work together to fight Magellan. With Mr. 3's wax armor, Luffy is protected from the poison and can now fight Magellan on equal footing. Meanwhile, Buggy's team makes it to the front gate. All they need to do now is steal an enemy ship and they're free!
What the hell? Is this some kind of sick joke? There's not a single Navy ship in sight!
Once again, Magellan just proves he's the GOAT as he's had the Marines take the ships far away from Impel Down so the prisoners can't escape. Along with Jinbei, Crocodile, Mr. One, and Buggy swim all the way to the Marine ship so they can steal one. Back on level 1, Luffy lays the smackdown on Magellan. Realizing he's more of a threat than he thought, Magellan takes his poison to the next level. Enter the Venom Demon. With his Devil Fruit awakened, Magellan's poison has reached instant death. With toxins so lethal, they even start to melt through Mr. Three's wax. As they run away from this impossible foe, Luffy finds Bon Clay and Ivankov, who managed to survive with his hormones. Via transponder snail, Jinbei tells them all to jump into the ocean. Luffy and Mr. 3 work together to hold off Magellan one last time. And with Ivankov's deadly winks, they manage to escape Impel Down on a couple of whale sharks. That is the most Disney-esque ending I've ever seen. With Magellan now out of a job, Luffy and the gang escape Impel Down and head straight for Marine HQ to save Ace. Of course, things never go that smoothly in One Piece as the gates of justice refuse to open, as told by Magellan. However, a few minutes later, the doors begin to open. Wow, I guess Magellan had a change of heart. Wait, if Magellan is at the front gate, then how is he also in the control room? And now that I think about it, where the hell is Bongo? Just like in Alabasta, our beautiful swan of friendship, Bon Clay, decided to stay behind so he can help Luffy and the gang escape. He begs Luffy to not worry about him and focus on saving his friends. Bon Clay stands his ground against the entire prison as he promises Luffy that someday they will meet again. Swans never die and never say goodbye. Godspeed, Bon Clay. Now here's the thing. If you're an anime only, then you would just assume that Bon Clay is dead. Because as of episode, he has never appeared since. However, in the manga, they did have a cover page confirming that Bon Clay is alive. So our king is now the new queen of Okama Land at level 5.5 of the Impel Down prison. Staying in the prison, Blackbeard and his crew managed to survive Magellan's attack, all because Shiryu brought them an antidote. As thanks for his help, Blackbeard asks the evil motherfucker to join his crew and Shiryu agrees. The Neo Straw Hats reluctantly sail to Marine HQ as they mourn the loss of Brother Bon. They stop crying for a second as they get a call from Marine HQ. The Marines finally recognize Buggy's infinite potential as they uncover the fact he was a member of Gold Roger's crew and an ally of red-haired Shanks.
Hey, wait! Navy!
Huh?
I'm gonna rescue Ace no matter what!
Who's gonna tell him? And that's the end of the Impel Down arc. My favorite thing about Impel Down is probably just seeing all these old characters from like way back since the Alabasta days just joining Luffy's side. Because as is mentioned in the next arc is that, you know, one of Luffy's main abilities is his ability to just bring people together, friend or foe. Like seeing Luffy team up with Crocodile, like the main antagonist of the Alabasta saga, was pretty cool to see. And just seeing Buggy again is great because literally we have not seen this man in the story since, I believe, Logtown. So it's great to see him again. And I love Oda's ability to just like bring back all these old characters and make them super relevant in the current story. And then also Ivankov. Ivankov is great. Love him. He's dope. And Magellan, oh my God, Magellan is insane. And rewatching this arc, I'm just like, holy crap, I forgot how insane Magellan is. Like, he is really, really powerful. And I've noticed that in this saga, we're constantly seeing Luffy struggle more and more and more each time. Because we had Sabaody, where Luffy and his crew were struggling against a single pacifista, and then, of course, also Admiral Kizaru, and then Amazon Lily some more, and then here in Impel Down some more. It's like we're constantly seeing like Luffy's ceiling being hit and like seeing him realize he's not as strong as he think he is. But yeah, no, this was a great setup arc for the next arc, Marineford, and I'm honestly really, really excited to talk about Marineford. It is just such an iconic part of the saga, if not the One Piece story as a whole, because after this arc, it's like a major turning point for just like literally everything. So I'm really looking forward to talking about that and watching it again. But yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts are for Impel Down. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole YouTube shebang, and I'll see you at Marineford. Bye. War! Huh! Yeah! What is it good for?
The Marines prepare for the battle of the best against the Emperor Whitebeard.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again, y'all.
In order to save Ace, Luffy throws himself against the toughest opponents he's ever faced.
War! I despise.
Next time on One Piece, a comedic review of Marineford, the battle that made history.